All right, in number 16, we've got a word problem, and they're going to ask us to answer some questions about this word problem. And I think that our strategy is going to have to be to convert this from English to, the language of math. So let's start by reading it and figure out, what this question's about. We've got a group of friends, and they're taking a road trip to Disney World. Each ticket was $75, and parking costs $35 per the day. In total, the friends spent $335. How many friends were on the trip to Disney World? So it looks like what we're really trying to figure out is how many tickets they had to buy. So define the variable. We don't know how many friends there were, so we don't know how many tickets were bought. So that's the variable. So I'm going to say that the variable is going to be t. I'm actually going to make it an uppercase T, a capital, so it doesn't look like a plus sign. So we're going to define the variable as T tickets. That's the thing that's going to vary in this problem, and we have to figure out how many tickets they needed. So to do that, we're going to need to create a mathematical equation. So we need to turn this English into math. So what I like to look for first is the words in total or is. The words total or is usually means equal sign. So, okay, in total, the friends spent $335. So that's telling me that I can safely start this problem by writing equals $335. I'm just going to write 335. Now we need to figure out what goes over here. The next thing I do is I look for my variable. Nice thing is that we've already figured out that the variable is going to be t. I like to leave space on each side so that if I need to write things over here, I've got space to do it. If I need to write things over here, I have space to do it. Basically, don't write the t right there. All right, so we've got the variable written down. The next is there a rate? So a rate means should there be something attached, multiplied to the t? So basically, how much do these tickets cost? Each ticket was $75. So every time we buy a ticket, they have to spend $75. So it'll be $75 times the number of tickets. All right, so then often there's something else that gets tacked on, and the word and usually tells us to do that. So I see and there's something else that has to get written down, and parking costs $35 as well. So we're going to spend money on these tickets, plus they also had to spend a total of $35 so that the group could drive into the park together and park. Okay, so now we have an equation. So I'm going to write that up there to keep going with our answers. So 75t plus 35 equals 335. So our solution, just like it always is the case on this, solution means to get the letter by itself. So now we need to figure out what t is, so we need to get that by itself. I notice that I'll make my line here to separate the two sides of the equation. To have t by itself, the 75 is going to have to go over here, and so will the 35. The 75 is attached to the t, but the 35 is not. The one that's not attached is always the one we move first. Okay, so on this side we have 75t. And on this side, 335 minus 35 is 300. So to get t by itself, we need to move the 75. This is 75 times t. The opposite of timesing is dividing. So we will divide each side by 75. Only thing left over here is t, which equals 300 divided by 75 is 4. So solution is 4. How many friends were on the trip to Disney World? There were 4 of them. They had to buy 4 tickets. So there were 4 friends / tickets. You could really put it however you wanted. Great.